Hello and welcome back to my channel, and thank you for giving me another shot at making your weekend. Thank you all so much for the feedback on my One Tile Man series. We had an epic finale and I got a lot of great feedback. And don't worry, I'll make sure to chew just as loudly this time around. Now, you were promised more, and here we are. But before we jump into the action, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The premiere of One Tile Man was a worldwide success with close to 100 viewers the first day of release, and I spent the next weeks declining sponsorship after sponsorship and receiving hundreds of emails, mostly being fan mail, with the exception of one. A notification that a new YouTube video was ripe for my enjoyment. Needless to say, when I saw the title of said video, no enjoyment was to be had. It was this day, on the 27th of March, that disaster struck. Settle did us dirty and released his 1 tile per 1000 XP challenge. Once again, an absolute disgrace to allow himself more than 1 tile at all, and he has now even unlocked thousands of tiles and is essentially just playing on a main account that cucks himself by having to walk certain paths between his fishing spot and the bank. Needless to say, I went right into a major depression when he decided to steal my spotlight, and I was seconds away from just ordering a body pillow and moving to China to live out my days as a rice farmer. However, on the brink of defeat, hanging on by the thread of a thread, I was thankfully approached by Mrs. One Tile Man, who reminded me of 2 things. First of all, that dinner was in fact ready, and second, that I still had my idea of the one account to rule them all. The ultimate old school RuneScape account. So hardcore, it cannot even legally be called an Iron Man. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I give you Alright, I'm so excited to get right into this challenge. This is going to be great. And of course, I have created a new account for this challenge, as we will be needing one. So let's get right into the game then. So when you first log into the game, you actually don't get the usual login screen. You go right into character creation. So we need to have a few ground rules before we start this challenge. We are of course allowed to do everything that we can without actually spawning into the game. So we can set our display name, we can probably create our clothes and whatnot, and probably a few other things as well that we can in fact do. So let's just explore and see what we're actually able to do just from this character creation screen. So of course we need an appropriate name, and I believe we will just go with the No Tile Man. Obviously this will be okay, and that is in fact available, so we will go and jump right into the world, and here we are. So of course we can go through all of the head options, jaw options, torso, arms, hands, legs, feet, and also all of the hair options, and we can do both for male and female because some of the options differ between the two. So we will just jump right through them. And then we do the same with female. And with that, we are in fact happy. So before we actually create this character, we can do a few more things. So you can in fact open the map and look around the map. So those are a few things you can in fact do from this character creation menu. you can probably open the store. You can, but just on a different screen. And of course, like in our last episode, you can try to examine different things from this spot. No, you can in fact not examine things from this spot. You can hide and show XP drops. You can look north. You can probably wiki. But I believe that is in fact it. So with that being said, we have completed our challenge, and we are now going to ruin the account by spawning into the world. Thank you guys so much for joining this adventure, and we will go right on forwards. Account ruined.